Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I'm blessed to be joined today by the singer-songwriter Kendall Thompson. Hey, Kendall, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you. Thanks so much for being with me. Now, listen,
Yes,
Kendall, I want to share some of your music with our audience, if it's cool with you.
yes,
So, if I was thinking that, how about we turn them on to Human Feel? Does that sound good?
yes. I think that sounds perfect.
Okay, great. Then let's tune in now to Human Feel with Kendall Thompson.
I'm needing that feeling, that human feel. It's gotta be bigger than believing. To the center of the earth, so deep, so real. But can you work it out? 'Cause I've been loving nobody but myself too long. Can you work it out? Or are your thoughts unsure? 'Cause I'm sure these hand and heart solutions only add to the confusion that was sinking in. Minds go weary, eyes get teary, words that used to hear me now stay in your head. So let me know. So let me know if not enough is still too much to handle. We can let it go. We can let it go. 'Cause I don't know if you understand it. I'm needing that feeling, that human feel. It's gotta be bigger than believing. To the center of the earth, so deep, so real. But can you work it out? 'Cause I've been loving nobody but myself too long. Can you work it out? Or does it feel unknown? 'Cause I know.
Kendall, great to share your music with everybody. Thank you. Listen,
Thank
can you tell?
you.
You're welcome. Let me learn now, if I may. Where are you from, and how did you become a singer-songwriter?
Well, I've been in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, um, for about 15 years now. I had to do some quick math there.
Okay.
My journey started long before coming here, though. I grew up in Alliston, Ontario,
Huh?
and I started performing around the age of 15. I was writing songs around the age of 12 and finally took the leap to take some guitar lessons and some singing lessons, get over some stage fright. And by 15, 16, I made it to the stage.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, because you know what I mean. That leap of faith, that courage that you needed to muster up in order to kind of pursue a dream of yours, which is to be,
Yeah.
to take your writing to the next level, which is, to actually create and compose music. It's really inspiring. So let me ask this question with regard to how you might define your music, or as far as the genres of music that are out there. Is there any way that you would describe kind of your sound and what you're bringing to your music?
Well, it's actually been described to me as wavy pop. I did feel like for a long time I wasn't sure because it is a little bit of R&B meets pop music, and then a producer friend of mine along the way was like, "Oh, so you make wavy pop?" And it's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was called that."
I have heard some different kinds of, terminology associated with genres when they mix. So like, with reggae, with pop, it's reggae pop, or it's island pop, or there's a variety of different kinds of ways that I know that artists have made an integration that kind of helps define what their sound is. But how
Yeah.
about how about artists that you may have loved and that helped to inspire your music? who did you really were a fan of?
Well, I was a big folk fan for a long time. Jewel, Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell. And then when I discovered Lauryn Hill, like that just like did it for me. I was like, okay,
Okay.
this is it for me.
Uh-huh.
And then when Lauryn Hill came out with her Unplugged album, that's where I was like, oh my God, it's folk. It's everything I love about folk, everything I love about R&B. It's together on one album, and that album changed my life. So ever since then, it's like, I mean, I did spend a long time trying to recreate that album, but like it's already been done, so you can't do that. And then along the lines, Frank Ocean came out, and I really, really connected with Frank's music, and it was kind of like a mixture of everything I love about what Frank Ocean was doing, everything from that Lauryn Hill Unplugged album, plus the Miseducation album. And I kind of just like allowed that to marinate with my own talents and everything that I was channeling into what Kendall Thompson makes as music, what I do.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I like that analogy too of marinating, you know what I mean? These
Thanks.
influences to generate, you know what I mean, your own recipe. And that's beautiful. And I, of course, also I've loved folk music and folk performers, and I love acoustic sounds, and I think they draw kind of on the natural inspirations.
Yeah.
Uh, and then R&B, you know what I mean, really kind of blends into these romantic themes, you know, of love and heartbreak and all this really emotional kinds of feelings that are so relatable. So I appreciate what you're doing, Kendall. Now,
Thank
let me ask
you.
this question. What are you working on now, and what's coming up here for you?
Well, my main focus right now has actually been doing some top lining. I've actually kind of like gone back to the basics, really. Um, my first love of like what really pulled me into choosing to make music as a career was writing, and I did kind of forget about that along the way.
Uh-huh.
And I connected with a producer friend of mine after a trip to LA, and I was like, you know what, like I need to just like I need to get back into writing. I need like that's what it just felt like that's what I'm supposed to do. Like
Mm,
and I can build my foundation from writing. And so I reached out to him to top line over some of his beats. And I've been working on that since the new year. And it's just like I've never been so happy.
great.
So I've been doing lots and lots of writing, like just creating music that I was just like, oh, I didn't know I needed to say that. Okay, cool. Like let's see what happens here.
Right.
And then well, not quite simultaneously, but I am working on my own music as well, for a new album. But yeah, that's been going really slowly. And so this has been a great way to kind of flex these muscles, the writing muscles, and like get reacquainted with the part of music that really brought me the most joy and has been bringing me the most joy.
Oh, I love it, you know. And listen, I'm also interested, you know, the writing aspect of it, you know, is storytelling. And, you know, it's about, you know, whatever happens, you happen to be feeling, um, that almost is erupting. It needs to take some form. You know what I
Yes.
mean? The feeling needs to take form. And it does so in language and in our writing. And when you write that story, it's captured in some, you've captured a moment, and whatever that struggle might have been, or joy, or, you know, we feel it, and it comes across in that music where it really inspires. And so I really appreciate singer songwriters like you, Kendall, that are able to capture the feeling and then articulate it in words where it's relatable to us, the viewer and the listener. So we're looking forward to your progress. So let me ask this question: how about on your social media? Do you use it pretty frequently to help present and promote what you're working on?
I do. I kind of have. I've fallen into. I feel like a healthy place with social media now, where I do use it frequently. Probably not as frequently as most people think I should, but I do it for me. And I probably use Instagram the most. I'm a very visual person as well, so I like Instagram. You can find me there at Kendall Thompson or Kendall.Thompson. And I like Twitter too. As a writer, it's a
Of
nice little
course.
space to
It creates the space for clever writing in concise, digestible, bite-sized points of delivery. And so at any rate, I can appreciate that you become skilled in essence in utilizing Twitter to demonstrate, these powerful sound bites. Now, let me ask this question, with regard to that social media, it's kind of nice to consider it almost like a marquee. It's a signpost for the rest of us to be able to find you and to follow your progress and to become fans and wait for the next thing to drop. So we're looking forward to your other channels continuing to grow, as well as you being on FENIX360 and having a site there that fans can discover you and connect with you and things you're going to be doing here in the future. So Kendall, thank you so much for being with me. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. It was a nice chat.
Yeah, this was a really nice visit. All right. So everyone tune into those social media channels you see below our interview for Kendall Thompson and look for her on FENIX360. Thanks, Kendall.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Love is easy, simple, kind, but it's not impatient. You got me wrapped around your finger while you on vacation. Rubbing up on everybody, seems their body sexy. I've been doing good, home taking care of me. Oh, in your heart, I'm not your girl, I'm not your anything, remember that. Oh, in your heart, I'm not your girl, I can't be anything except for that. Blurred lines and blurry eyes, still it ain't worth discussing. How am I falling at your feet? I must be drunk on something. Fools find past lives, trying to search for meaning. How can the truth be told and be so